We're live. Are we live?
You are live.
We are live. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our wrap. I'm going to make sure I've got my speakers down so I can watch the chat over here. So welcome to our live. This is day 2 wrap up of Airgun Expo 2024. It was a busy day and very warm. Sue, what did you think of the heat today?
Hot, very hot.
She's in the middle of doing something on her phone, probably.
I'm trying to find out why it's not showing up as live on my phone, but
Okay,
I've got
it live here on my screen, so it's fine.
Yeah, it says upcoming on mine.
Yes, upcoming. Fixing to get ready. That's the good old Southern term. We're fixing to get ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was warm today. I feel a little bit like a rotisserie chicken. That's about how I feel right now. But no, it was a good day. We shot a lot of air guns. We had some really interesting pre-recorded videos that are getting quite a bit of traffic. I thought that we'd talk about some of that because it's funny. I want to talk a couple things I want to talk about. One is that I want to talk about Airgun Army tonight. I want to go through the different products we shot today, look at tomorrow, and if you guys have questions or comments, want to jump in, I think that's great. Please do. First things first. Let's just want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. So if you look at the sign behind me here, we've got a whole bunch of sponsors. You can see, well, you can see most of them as long as I get myself out of the way and shut the computer lid and all that stuff. But if you want to see an absolute full list, I'm going to pull up the website, hon. You want to throw my computer up?
Sure.
So you can come over here to the AirgunExpo.com and you can get a list of all of the logos and all of the companies. And we just had one sign up just today, actually. They found out about the expo a little bit later, and that's Nate Croney, and we're hoping to have him up. I'm going to reach out to him tonight. We're hoping to have him live Thursday. He's out of Australia, so that should be really fun.
And he has a page now.
Yeah, so he has a page. You guys want to check out what he's got going on. Just briefly, it's a chronograph that screws into your 1/2 UNF. So if you've got a 1/2 UNF threaded muzzle, you can just put this on and shoot through it, and it gives you your Croney numbers. The beautiful thing about this is that the price is well under $100. So I think that's going to be a fun conversation for sure. So hopefully that works out. But yeah, if there's something that you see, whether it's a pre-recorded video or you see it live and you want to check it out, come over here to the AirgunExpo.com. Like McCavity Arms, you can click on their page, take a look at their stuff, see the videos we're doing for them, take a look at their products. And then right here at the bottom, you can actually fill out this form and shoot them a note. And it goes to someone on their end that's paying attention to that email. Yes, hon?
Just as a note, the pages that have those videos are the pages for companies we've already done videos for.
Sure.
Yesterday and today. They are not, they are being repopulated or populated as we go.
Right.
So just bear with us.
Yeah, no, see, yeah, she's maintaining multiple websites plus doing all the live streams plus everything else. So yeah, she will be on the sponsor pages. You'll be able to see the videos after they go live. Each of these pages will have all the content that we're doing for these companies. Will be here on what we call our virtual show floor. So yeah, so we have our show floor, which is like if you walked into an expo, and then each booth is like a virtual booth. So that's what we got here. So if you have any questions or comments, please be sure to throw them in the chat, and we're going to go ahead and move on. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors, not only for the Airgun Expo, but also to AirgunWeb and also Gateway to Airgun. So yeah, let's look at today's lineup. We shot the Evanix Viper 30. That's just a fun pistol, 30 plus foot-pounds. Now we shot in that it's 30 cal semi-automatic. We were shooting like 12 yards with a red dot on it, and it's plenty fun to shoot and plenty accurate and pushes 30 foot-pounds. Like I said, you get 10 shots before you have to top it off. But the first 5 shots are all over, at least on my gun, are all over 30 foot-pounds. I think that's pretty impressive. Personally, we're going to have this on Friday. We're going to have the 25 cal micro carbine set up. I would like to have one set up like that, which is a micro carbine, have like an AR stock with a little bit, maybe a little bit more of a sight on it. And that is, to me, just super fun. My daughter shot my 25 cal and immediately said that was her gun. And It's gone now. Now that his gun is no longer mine, it's hers.
I'm
Of course,
scrolling through some of those pictures
she
while you talk.
she hardly ever shoots them, but but when she shoots, that's the one she wants to shoot. Anyway, so we shot that today. If you are interested in the Viper 30, you can check it out at New England Airgun. Then we had part 2 of the 177 JTS. Now, part 1 yesterday was we unboxed it. I'm trying to remember if we put a scope on it or not, but part 2 we shot it, and that video's gotten quite a few comments. And I think there's a couple of things I want to talk about in this just right here. So if you're commenting about pick the right pellet and this, that, the other, I get where you're coming from. Here's my philosophy on this. I used to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours researching, testing, and then I would shoot the video and it would be the gun with the perfect pellet, the perfect conditions with the perfect shot group. Beautiful, great. And I did that for years, frankly. But then I got to thinking, is that really the whole story? I mean, does that really bring people from I bought it, take it out of the box, and then immediately that's the results they're going to get? Probably not. It's probably not that at all. And so I started thinking I wanted to change how I did things. So what I do, and it's probably different than many other people, and that's fine. I mean, I personally don't want to reinvent somebody else's particular wheel. I'd like to do things differently, hopefully useful ways. But if you're new to the channel and you don't understand the dynamic, well, take a minute right before, backing up the dump truck and dumping on everything. Take a minute and maybe ask a couple questions rather than a ton of assumptions, right? So what I like to do is take it out of the box and just shoot it. And I'll often record that process because you know what most people do when they get a new gun? They take it out of the box and shoot it. And if you get a JTS gun with JTS pellets, you're probably going to shoot those pellets in that gun just to see what happens. And I would actually like to bring people through the whole process of taking it out of the box, good results, bad results, they are the results. These pellets, that pellets, you're going to work your way through the process. I want to bring people from the place of opening the box all the way through the learning curve so that they actually can get good results in the end, or know that after all of my efforts, we didn't get the result they were particularly looking for, they can avoid it. But if it's something they really want, then they'll have a path, at least some familiarity of how to get to where they want to go. I personally think that's more valuable than just a bunch of research showing one video with the best group, with the best pellet, the best results. To me, I think that, I don't know, if I got a gun and I saw a video that just was that, and again, I used to do it, okay? If I did that, I got the gun and I shot it and I didn't get the same results, in fact, nowhere near the results, even using the same stuff, I would feel like, what the heck, man? What just happened here? Did I get a bad gun? It may not even be the gun. It may be that there's that learning curve that wasn't demonstrated, wasn't shown, wasn't elaborated on for people to actually come through that process to then be able to get the same type of results. So what I've been doing for the last couple of years, I don't know how many, probably 5 or 6 years now, is I really just want to give people the experience from opening the box to what they get on the range. So you're going to see me take something out of the box. No, I don't clean the barrel. Now, if the manufacturer tells me, hey, clean the barrel before you shoot it, I'll clean the barrel. But otherwise, I just shoot it. And 95 times out of 100, the gun shoots just fine. So yeah, with most modern guns, new guns, you really don't even have to do that. It's old school. Think, oh, I've got to clean the barrel. I've got to run bore paste through it and all this seasoning. You really don't have to do that. You can if you want to. You don't generally have to do it. So anyway, I will take a gun out of the box. I'll shoot it. If the company provides me pellets, I'm going to shoot their pellets first to see how they do, and then I'll start shooting other pellets. I'll do a video of 8 different pellets, and all of them shoot like crap, and I'll show you all of these shoot like crap. And then we're going to keep going, and maybe we find one that shoots really good. I'm actually going to share with you those results because I think that's reasonable. I think that's important for people to see. It would be super easy to just shoot 50 shot cards, show you the top 5 that are awesome, and ignore the 45 that aren't. That's super easy to do. but I'm not going to do that anymore. I used to do that years and years and years ago. I'd shoot a bunch of cards, and you guys would see the best results. That's how I thought it was supposed to be done. I don't want to do that anymore. The way I want to do it is the way I am doing it. So let's get to the 177, because there's some folks that are saying, oh, that accuracy is terrible, and et cetera, et cetera. And even on, like, I saw one commenter, same commenter, go back to the Air Venturi 177. Again, I took it out of the box, shot it as it was delivered to me, right?
That's the JTS Airacuda
No,
Max,
no,
or
no.
is
That's
it-
a different gun.
Okay.
I have the Avenge X. Excuse me if I said it wrong. I apologize. I have the Air Venturi Avenge X in 177, and I shot it as I got it. So I didn't touch the reg. Like, not everybody. In order to tune the reg, you got to have a crony. How many regular consumer air gunners have a crony and know how to tune a gun? Probably very few. I mean, the percentage is not high. So I got the gun, I put pellets in it, I shot it. You know what? It shot not great. The best things that it shot were slugs, and the slugs shot like pinky nail accurate. I was like, okay, that's awesome. And then started looking through it, and it was shooting too hot. So turn the switch down to low, or adjust the reg, or make some other changes. We actually got it shooting pellets very, very well. In fact, we got it dialed in where on high power, you can shoot slugs. On low power, it shoots pellets, and both perform well. That's a process. It took more than one video to bring people through that. So if somebody buys that gun and they actually watch the series of videos, they're going to be able to see that we got great results. There were some steps to get those results. I want to share that with viewers, because I don't want to just say, look at the results I got, and I don't tell people how to get them. That to me doesn't seem valuable. So I want to bring people through that. Now on the JTS 177, I was surprised that they went the direction they did. So I was expecting more power, and I actually called them and asked them, said, look, it looks like you've set this gun up more for backyard plinking and target shooting. You've optimized for shot count over power. And they said, yep. So I was hoping to see like 19 or 20 foot-pounds, like maybe in that range, and it's 15 or 16. That's kind of light. And so if you are got 15, 16 foot-pounds, you're looking at a 25 to 30-yard gun, generally speaking. I mean, it's been a while since I shot it. I think it needs to go in for service, but I had a BSA Gold Star that was a 12 foot-pound gun. I forgot the velocity in 177. It would shoot 3/8 inch groups at 50 yards, and it was lighter than what the JTS is doing. But that was like a crazy expensive gun to be able to do that. Built specifically for field target. So that's like purpose-built gun for that. Yeah, the JTS Airacuda Max 177 was designed for a backyard plinker. Backyard plinker, target shooting, pesting, well under the 20 foot-pound, more for shot count than power. They have the 22, they have the 25, they have the 30, they have other options for the power side, but they built the 177 so it could be high shot count, fun, quiet, accurate at backyard ranges. And in that capacity, the gun does great. Stretch it out beyond 25 yards, go to 35, 45, 50 yards, is probably not going to do great. But it was never really meant to. So it's an interesting way to look at it, but do realize that if not every gun is built to do everything, right? So that gun, I actually like the direction they're going, because if you need more power, you're going to hunt, well, get the 22. But if you want to have high shot counts in your backyard with something super quiet and either hit steel spinners or shoot paper, you got a gun that could do it very economically. So I think it's perfectly fine. If I would not get it for me, in the sense of, if I lived in Havasu again, still, I think I would enjoy shooting that gun. But here at my range, and I have 100 yards and I'm shooting steel out there, I'm going to show you guys how to get the most out of it if it's something you guys want to get. But for me, I would want more power. What I want is I want Joe, hi Joe, I want Joe to build me a 17 like long 200-yard gun. I want like a massive slug shooting 17 that I can shoot prairie dogs at 100 plus 200 yards. That's what I want. The JTS is not that, but it's a great backyard gun, and that's how we're going to approach our work with it. Is how can we get the most out of it? How can we show people how to get the most out of this gun, where it was designed to operate, and that's in your backyard. Now, if that's not for you and you want 50 yards, 75, 80 yards, 100 yards, you probably look at a different gun and probably not be looking at 177s. Very few 177s that can shoot well at 100 yards. Man, there are very few. My Air Arms can do it in the right conditions. But yeah, I think we've talked about enough. We can definitely move on. Let's see. Is there anything new from Daystate? I don't know yet. I haven't had my conversation with Robert over AOA in some time, and I need to get on the phone with him to see what's going on. We have some shuffling of our video production schedule, so I need to get with him and see what they're planning. They always have something going on, but I'm not aware of anything immediately that is something we got to jump onto. Let's see. So that we wrapped up part 2 of the JTS 177, and I'm curious to see. I have like a stack of 177 pellets, and I'm curious to see which of those are going to shoot the best. So far, the JTS has shot pretty good, and the H&N Barracuda, the Barracuda Match also shot very well.
Can I show them some pictures of the JTS Airacuda Max?
You can. Go ahead and speak up, though, okay? Because you're talking quiet.
Sorry.
So, or turn your headphones down so you're not yelling at yourself. So, my wife, she's done a stellar job, and she's manning the computer over there, running multiple cameras and audio and everything else. So, yeah, she's also sometimes shy, which is odd because I know her and I don't know why she'd be shy, but she's sometimes shy. So I have to encourage her to speak up and speak loudly. Right, hon?
Everybody has their insecurities.
Yes, don't we all? Okay, let's move on. Are you showing them some pictures?
Done.
Okay. Okay, so we also shot the Evanix Ibex 50. Man, I haven't shot that gun in a while, and that just puts a smile on my face.
I have some pictures of that too.
Yeah, go ahead. Tomorrow we're going to be shooting the SWA, which really puts a smile on my face. But I started shooting firearms, so recoil and noise don't bother me. So I don't mind a gun that's got a bit of a bark and a bit of a push. And I really love watching steel targets just flail in the air when you smack the crap out of them. And I got to do that with that 50 cal Ibex. So we topped out today at about 400 and some change foot-pounds. There was something, it didn't seem like the fill port was working quite right. And it has been over a year since I've used that gun. So I probably want to take a look at it and see if it'll stick in a little bit, because I don't think I was getting everything out of it I could have. But even so, I like that gun. We were smacking the crap out of stuff at 50 yards and also 100. So yeah, it's just a really fun gun. Shoots round ball, great. I mean, you can shoot round ball and smash steel targets if you want. If you want to hunt with something like that, it's great. It's a great 50-yard gun. It's no different than like the Gamo TC45 or the Rex. The Rex, I think, is the FA. Yeah, the FA is their long one. So it's the same basic action, same basic barrel, same basic power output. Gamo's TC45 is the Ibex without all the fancy aesthetics, pushing 400 and some change foot-pounds, which is what the Ibex was doing today. But I know I've gotten more out of it with heavier stuff. So anyway, yeah, let's move on. But that's a fun gun. Any of the Evanix stuff you're seeing, by the way, you can check out New England Airgun. I don't know where they are on the sign here. Where are you, John? Right there. So if you see their logo, if you want to know some more about anything Evanix related, check them out. If there's something that you need special ordered, I'm not saying John's going to guarantee do it for you, but if you pay for it up front and you're patient, he might be able to special order you something, like if you want to do some upgrades or you need parts or whatever. And I know he's going to get mad at me for saying that. I just know it. I can see him now. Oh my God, Rick, what are you doing to me? But anyway, if you're looking for Evanix stuff, talk to John. All right. Let's see. Yes, my sister Cheryl is telling Sue, speak louder.
I will try to speak louder, and I have turned the volume up.
Very good, honey. That's awesome. Turn the volume up.
The problem is I sound like a South African.
You do sound South African, and the reason is because you are. Yes. The other thing I wanted to talk about today is you guys saw the Cometa video, and let me
I have
see.
photos of it. Would you like
Yeah,
me
go
to
ahead.
show
Show the
those?
Cometa. What I want to do, take my screen off. You're not showing my screen,
I'm
right?
not showing you at all. I'm
All right.
showing pictures
So
of the community.
I want to look and see what kind of comments we got on that because I was curious what you guys would think about that. Yes. Okay. Let me go to my channel and pull up the Cometa video.
The stock is very pretty.
The stock is great. Here it is. Cometa. All right. So let's see the comments here.
Made in Spain.
Okay, there's only a handful. Some people are saying, "What's the price? I can't find it," etc. It's a Keystone Airgun. So, as we mentioned on YouTube, if we put links to where you can buy it, YouTube penalizes us, so we can't do that. But I could tell you, just Google Keystone Airguns, and you'll be able to find the Cometa stuff. Hopefully, that helps you. That was a really, really, really. What is? Oh, that's me doing the pre of like. That's not the Cometa.
Okay, you want me to go back to you now?
Yeah, it was a really, really fun gun to shoot. I haven't shot like an old traditional break barrel Springer like that in a while, and that's a true traditional spring gun. And I'm going to talk to, his name's also John. I'm going to talk to him about, is there anything I need to know about like tuning that gun? Because I think what I'd like to do, take the spring out, finish the ends, put my tune in a tube grease on it, just maybe cross hatch the cylinder, make deeper everything, put it back together and see. It already shoots very nicely. But I'm curious what a full tune. I used to do that many, many, many years ago when I was the service department for Hotsign USA back in 2012-ish for a while, for like 14 months. I used to do a lot of tuning because we get repairs in and they would go out fully tuned. So yeah, I did that a ton. But I'm curious what that would go like. But I really enjoyed sharing that video with you guys, and we'll see if we do more with Cometa. One of the gentlemen here on the comments said there was no PCPs on the Keystone site. He hasn't brought any in yet, but he's interested. Last time I talked to him, so that would be cool. I'm also going to reach out to Cometa, and maybe there's something that can be done to help everyone with their products. We'll see. We'll see. Oh gosh, this was so much fun. We shot the Arrow. Now it says here live 22 and 177 Arrow with Hawk scopes. We never got to the 22 because what I decided to do was take the 177, throw a scope on it, and I enjoyed that. That'll be, you guys can see that video on our Vimeo page, or actually it'll be on the website later tonight, won't you? You'll link to it, Sue.
It should already be there
On
the
the schedule.
Yeah, Gamo Arrow. It's already linked.
Can you show my computer?
What do you mean? Can I show you?
Show the screen.
Oh, I thought you meant show that.
Show them. Show them. No, it's this computer. This screen here. So if this is, Sue's working really hard to make this happen for you guys. So as we're talking tonight about a particular video, like the live, like say for example a live, you can go to the schedule. Please let this work, and then you can scroll down to a particular video like this one right here, and click on it, and then it'll take you right to it, and you can watch that video. So please make use of that. It's a labor of love. She's doing a ton of work to make that happen and available for you guys. But that was a lot of fun. I mean, there's an example of a 177 that actually surprised me because we were doing crony numbers. We shot out to 50 yards with the doggone thing. This is a 200 and some change air gun, right? $220, $230. Great consistency, unregulated, and was hitting well. And I just grabbed a pellet. I didn't do it. I just grabbed the 8.4s. I think we were shooting the 8.4s. Threw them in the mag and sighted the scope. And the rest, as they say, is history. The gun shot really, really well. Yeah. So there's a $230 gun, 177, that was stacking them. And I was very impressed with it. I mean, I was last time I shot it too. And we're doing a video coming out. We have, when's it going out? We have a Gamo Coyote 177 video. Did it already go out?
Gamo
let's see,
Coyote, yes, today, 1 o'clock.
Coyote went out. Oh yeah, so okay, went right after that. So we had a Gamo Coyote 177. That's a really nice gun. Both of those have
You want pictures
BSA
of that one?
DNA. What's that?
You want pictures of that one?
Well, we get to it in a minute. Yeah, you can go ahead and show pictures. The Coyote 177 is the guts are BSA, right? So BSA makes really good air guns, like really good air guns.
It's the Coyote Whisper, right?
The Coyote Whisper, yeah. They make exceptional air guns. So Gamo, I don't know when Gamo bought what or how that acquisition happened many, many years ago, but BSA is part of that family. And so like their PCPs use BSA technology in the valving. So an unregulated gun gets exceptionally good consistency without the need of a regulator. To me, I think that's a winner. That's awesome. Less gear means things may work better longer. So I thought that was a really fun video too. Then we shot the FX Wildcat from Utah, and
I have that one too. I'll show that.
that's kind of like, that goes squarely in the boringly accurate category where you can just plink, 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 and you're just going to hit everything you're looking to hit. Yes.
You connected that to the ATNX Site 5?
Yeah.
And is that one we were able to see through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that video is kind of cool because you get to see the scope and what the scope actually looks like.
So if we go to like, here we go. So here's an example. Let me turn the volume off.
I'm not there. I'm showing photos.
Yeah. So I mean, this is an example of
I'll get it there.
What we saw live. All right. So this is what we were doing live today. You could see we had the ATN optic. We ran HDMI out of the ATN, and yes, she was trying to get me to shoot these
teeny tiny things.
All right. So the final target she's trying to get me hit's about the size of my pinky.
At 100 yards.
No, this was 50. This was 50 yards. This one's a 50 yard.
Oh.
And I was still figuring out where it was.
At 50 yards, you should have been able to hit that.
I agree. But here's my excuse. All right. The ATN, I like what it brings to the table, but as far as the precision adjustment, like you can do with a regular optic, you don't have that total flexibility to really get it dialed where you want when you're sighting in the scope. You can get close. There you go. I smacked the crap out of it there. And then we actually shot this at 100 yards too. But anyway, that gun is in the boringly accurate category. And like I said on the video, Utah Airguns, I can say they paid for, if that's the right word, they definitely sponsored that slot. But that FX gun is one that I bought myself. So that should tell you how much I like the Wildcat. So, and I have the Wildcat. We're also going to be shooting the Impact Mark III and 35. So we've got that coming up. I've got some more FX stuff hopefully coming up later this year too. So that'll be a lot of fun. Okay, and the last thing we did was I think if I had to pick a favorite gun today, man, gosh, I'd have to go between the Ibex and the Umarex side lever 30. It's going to be the side lever 30. Yeah, without a doubt. Looking at the side lever 30, you can show them some pictures of that, hon.
Yeah, getting there.
Man, that gun is so pretty. Okay, maybe not pretty to look at. It has inner beauty.
Your computer's glitchy. Give me a second.
Okay, my computer's glitchy. What?
Mm-hmm.
That computer is not allowed to be glitchy. What's it doing?
There you go. Okay. Umarex
breaking my
SL30
computer.
with
I know now where my daughter gets it. She tries to make it do 4,000 things. How many tabs you got open, hon? Yeah, okay. We'll just let that go. She broke her iPhone. Well, didn't break it. She hit the maximum number of available open browser windows on an iPhone, which was what, 500 or something? You hit 500 and it said no more.
I have no recollection
cut you off
of that.
I don't know. She had so many series. No, it's not. Is it series?
No.
What's the name of the browser?
Windows.
No, the browser in
Google's.
Safari. That's what it was. There's so many Safari windows open that it said, sorry, can't open anymore. So that is my wife. She will stretch it. Anyway,
can
the
do.
SL30, beast of a gun. Whatever Umarex has done on that, and I really want to get the 22 and 25, if they'll let me, because if they shoot like the 30, oh my, that's just, it's for me. Now this is me. This is objective. Excuse me. This is subjective, not objective. Let me get my words right. All right. So objective means my opinions aren't part of the equation. No, they're fully a part of this equation. Let me tell you, completely subjective opinions and perspective on the SL30. It's affordable. I don't know what's the thing cost. I keep saying it's about X amount of money. Let's look at it.
You want me to go to your computer?
Yeah, you can go to my computer. All right, a little over five. I would say it was about $500. So it's $530. Okay. All right, so $530. Now for $530, you're getting a regulated 30 cal PCP. That's one thing. Regulated 30 cal PCP. You get 19 shots, at least I get 19 shots on the reg. So I get 2 and a bit mags. You have a consistency that's like, I think 10-ish feet per second. Maybe, I don't know. Even if it's 15 or 20, it's still awesome. You have 100-yard accuracy. And well, you're going to find out tomorrow. We have a video of me. First video I have shooting slugs to the new SL30. Needless to say, I was excited. My sister edited that video and was saying, "You really like that gun?" I'm saying, "Yes, I really, really did." Yeah, it is. It's awesome. So that gun, we shot a bunch today, and I remember there's one shot, and what was I using on that? Hawk scope, right?
On which one?
The SL30. Yeah, so I've got it here. I was using a Hawk scope. And we have, your hostage target down at 100 yards, and it's small. If the plate's like this, and the bad guy head, target head, is about that big. It's about the size of the bottom of a Coke can. And, you're trying to hit that from 100 yards out. And I smacked the ever-living crap out of that first shot. Of course, I stopped. You know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and etc. I knew then, don't take another shot. We'll just call that done. And then I spent some time on the quadrant target. The gun shoots like a dream. And I was shooting 4.75 pellets. I haven't even put time into the thing yet to really dial it in and myself get really used to the gun. The other thing I'll say, I'm demoing a ton of products this week. Like a ton of products this week. And really, it's one thing if you have your gun and that's all you shoot. You better be good. I hope to gosh you're good with it, right? I mean, yeah, you really ought to be like masterful with the thing. But if you got 50, 100, 200 guns that you're running through in over a period of time, you really don't have a lot of time to spend with each gun. You need to get comfortable with it, proficient with it, and then be able to demo it and talk about it. That's my job. To be able to just sit down and get results that I feel are like, okay, that's awesome. It really tells more about the gun because it's just solid. It's just solid. And that SL30, man, I'm a fan. I'm a big freaking fan of that gun. It's going to be my Coyote gun. I keep going back and forth on what I'm going to use for Coyotes. I've got a Thor thermal. I think I'm going to rig that up on that gun. And now we can shoot at night, can't we, hon? I caught her in a yawn. Huh?
Sorry.
Tell them about how much you enjoyed shooting at night. And if you guys haven't seen that video, go watch it. It's on our Vimeo page, and it was really fun. We're looking to maybe do kind of a wrap of the show and do another night shoot Friday. So let us know if you guys would like to join us for that. We're going to do the live from the range and then reset and do a live shoot with the ATN optics at night in the dark with night vision. So let us know if that's something you guys would enjoy. But what did you think of that whole night shooting stuff?
I don't know what it is about night shoots, but they're just more fun. To me, they're more fun.
Yeah.
When we went out with Angie that one year when she came out here, and we went shooting down.
Yep, we went
road,
hunting
rabbit
for a
hunting.
jackrabbit because she was shooting the Javelin Pro, which is their little low power Umarexes. I say theirs. Umarex is lower powered, not the Javelin. Not the what's their big one? Anyway, the Javelin's their small one, PCP powered little arrow shooter. It uses little bolts instead of the full size arrows, whatever. Saber, that's their other one. But she was using that at night with a Thor optic, trying to get a jackrabbit with an arrow.
It was so much fun. I mean, I didn't hit a rabbit, but it was so much fun. And then the other night when we were filming out here, just to see the range, you know, being able to shoot at night, which is something you've wanted for a long time.
I have wanted for a very long time.
Being able to see the range lit up and all the banners and getting ready for Expo, and we just did a dry run basically. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and it was cool, which helped.
Cool outside, yes. Yeah, it's been toasty warm, and we're very blessed that we were able to move out of our RV and into a little 3-bedroom tiny home cabin. It's been absolutely wonderful, but it is solar, which means it does not have air conditioning. So we really enjoy cool nights to be able to open the windows, get some fresh air in, and get the cabin cooled down. Because I think last night it was 95 or something like that.
Yep.
So it's toasty. So we do appreciate the cool nights. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that was today. I'm seeing if anybody has questions, please jump in and
plus
jump in
that
there.
night shoot. It's super dark out because we live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
it's super dark out, so you could see everything in the scope really clearly because you use the ATN.
Use the ATN. I also use the IR illuminator. So
and that was fun.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah. So I think we could pick a couple guns, maybe our favorite guns of the week.
Oh gosh, I know mine.
I know what yours is. Yeah, and I don't know yet what mine is. We still have more than half a week yet to go.
So. Of course, I haven't shot them, so maybe at the end of the week I should shoot each of them, and then decide what my favorite is.
I'm sure that we can make that
I have
happen.
2 favorites running tie at the moment.
Did you have a favorite one from today?
I don't think so. I like the pistol.
Okay, well that's fine.
I think my big problem, honestly, is they all look the same to me. So when there's something that stands out as different, it catches my eye.
So far, if you had to put let's just say, what's your top 3? I know your top 2. So far, just so far, what's been your top 2 guns?
McCavity Arms.
Okay.
The MA2. Umarex, the one that's got the knife.
Complete. Yep.
Just for ease of hunting it. I mean, geez, for me that's like a no-brainer. And then the pistol, I really like the pistol, not because, oh, what a great shot you are on the pistol, but because you tried both ways and you were actually able to hit stuff, which
took me a couple shots to kind of get my
but you got it.
Yeah.
And to me that was pretty impressive because you don't use pistols generally. I mean, the only time you really use pistols is on rattlesnakes.
We're killing rattlesnakes around the ranch.
So, I mean, I thought that was cool. I will say there are some beautiful wood stocks.
You really prefer traditional wood and steel versus the black guns.
I do, however, because it's heavier. I you know, like the one which one was it? I think it was the
Catron from yesterday.
Evanix Ibex.
Okay.
I actually really like the look of that one.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't know if the little holes in the front, you know, this one. I'll show everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
The little holes in the front. I think that's different. It's not. Normal.
It's aesthetically. It's very nice, and it looks.
Yeah.
It looks nicer than the old Gamo TCs. Gamo TCs is pure utility. You have a bottle with a valve. You have a receiver that holds the barrel, a place you put the bullet, and there you go. It's super utility. The Ibex have a little fun with the aesthetics. with the rail and the thing and
They made it look cool.
I like it, and
It
I know some
stands out.
stuff. I know some stuff I can't really talk about that I'm excited to see. I like the Ibex. There you go.
And I hope that you will, at some point this week, do some sort of shooting thing with your sister.
I
Some
know
sort of shooting competition or something.
we'll come up with something.
Because I think that would be fun, and I think seeing her, I'd like her to try my top guns and see what she thinks of them.
Well, the complete we probably can't shoot because we only got one nitrogen bottle left, and I actually picked up some work with that gun. So I have to use it for work. So I'm going to do that. But we do have
Umarex.
Yeah, I know. I've already reached out to them, and there will be a point where they're going to have availability and be able to send one. I don't know. Let me just see. I'm gonna just
Can you
see
just
what they
buy
have.
them?
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, they're not super expensive. Let me go to Amazon and type in Umarex.
There's something you'd like me to show them in the meantime?
Nope, it's not there. I can buy a 2-shot hammer mag for $35. Yeah, okay. Nope, it's not available. And it's not for sale yet at Pyramid Air and stuff. Now, Umarex says, they have some that say you can add to cart.
It's out of stock. I just tried.
Did it?
Yep.
When you hit, okay, so it's not available yet. Okay, so right now what they have out in the wild are some samples. I've got to send mine back, but I'm going to do some work with it, and then it'll probably go back first of next week. So that's the deal. Super. I really like the gun. Not my cup of tea shooting experience wise, in the sense of the feel and just the feel of it, but the performance and the consistency and the accuracy, I get it, and I would absolutely support it. It's a really, really cool little air gun. Again, not my cup of tea, but I can see why they built it, and I can see why people like Sue said she right up said I would buy that. I would buy that over all the other stuff where you have all that other stuff you got to tote around.
And it was not that heavy either.
No, it's super light.
Which for me is important
Yeah,
because
it's super light.
I can't hold a heavy weight.
Well, let's jump over to what we got going on tomorrow.
Cricket gave her 3 favorites.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yep. I saw that. McCavity, Gamo, and Evanix. Okay. So tomorrow we're gonna start off the day with the SWA. That's a 20 gauge shotgun.
That's one of my favorites.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So tomorrow on that, we're not going to get into the weeds with shooting like slugs at long range or anything. We're just going to go through the basics, load some cartridges, shoot some stuff, and kind of go through like some basics. I'll probably put up a paper target and shoot shot tomorrow, just to kind of give a demo of how that works. Then we're going to be doing a brake barrel video. We've got the Viper, and we called it Audible because I've done the Storm Magnum Pro Gen 3i, which is the top tier, and then I had 2 low, like starter tier, they would be called Magnums, I guess, but then you have the Ultra Magnum, which is what the Magnum is, and then you have like the middle gun. The Bone Collector sits in between them, right? So you have your 1,000 foot per second entry-level guns, your faster guns up here at the high end. And right in the middle, they took like the larger air cylinder from the Magnum, but didn't make it long and put it on the Bone Collector, which made the Bone Collector get, I don't know, an extra 5 or 6 foot-pounds of energy. So really kind of neat concept. It's still easy to cock, but it gets more power with the same amount of work. So I thought, maybe we'll do that. And on when we did the Hawk sort of test, I talked about the Air Max Compact, and I believe it's going to fit on that gun. So we're going to try and mount that. When we did the video today with the Aero 177, we threw a Hawk, we put a Hawk Air Max on that, and it was sweet. It worked so well. So I'm hoping the Bone Collector, I hope the scope is short enough. I believe it's going to be just fine. It's going to work on the Bone Collector, so that would be fun. I've got, we also called another audible. We're going to be having the JTS Airacuda Standard. I realized I hadn't done anything on the schedule with the Standard although we've done the Airacuda Max. So we're going to do JTS Airacuda Standard with a twist. We got it with the buck rail gear, which is really nice. Man, you talk about outfitting a gun nice. That really works good. Then you guys can watch the slug video with the SL30. And then we've got the new JTS Braun. I haven't shared those pictures with you. Hold on, Sue. Where's my phone, hun? Is it over there?
Yellow phone?
No, my blue phone.
No.
Hello, phone.
Want me to text you?
Yeah, text me. I've got them right here. Thanks, hon. I thought I had them right here. Let's see. Oh, you know what? No, I took pictures of it. I know I took pictures of it.
Of which one?
The Braun. I just haven't put them in the folder yet.
Ah.
Yep, they're downloading. Okay, when these are finished, I'll show you some pictures of the Braun. The Braun is essentially an Airacuda Max and a bullpup stock. So we'll see how that does. It's in 25 cal.
I don't think you should show them. I think you should make them watch.
Make them wait. All right, we'll make them wait.
And then you can talk about it tomorrow night and show them pictures.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can do that. But we actually did a video with that gun already. It was one of our pre-videos, I think. I unboxed it. Yes, I unboxed it. And then we scoped it and shot it. So you guys, if you can go back and look through our testing videos and check that out. And then, yeah, we're going to have Hawk Studio. So all of the cool stuff from Hawk, we'll get it out of the box and we'll go through it here on the table. We'll come back in here and then we'll do a wrap. And that'll be tomorrow and Thursday. We're not going to get into that other than I'm going to reach out to Nate from Nate's Cronies. Nate Cronies?
Nate Crony.
Because Nate's Cronies sound bad. That sounds like a gang, right?
Crony.
Nate Crony.
Yeah.
Or Nate's Crony?
Nate Crony.
Nate Crony. Anyway, I'm picking on him. And
It's
I don't even know
Nate.
the guy.
And his
He's Nate
product
and he
is
makes
the
a crony.
crony.
Right, I get it.
There you go.
I'm trying to be funny and failing. Anyway, hopefully we'll have him on tomorrow live. Let's see. We have any comments or questions or anything we want to chat on? I think that's it.
No, that's
I'm going to
it.
catch up the live here. Oh, yeah, we're way over here now. Okay.
I have work to do, so.
Sue has work to do. Let's see. It is 7:20. I've been yakking for 40 minutes. If you guys don't have anything to talk about or questions to ask, we can go ahead and wrap it. See if there's any other comments.
No other comments.
Heath is saying he likes the 177 Airacuda Max. I'm very curious to see after we get some time with that gun, because again, like I was saying up front in the beginning, I took it out of the box, scoped it, and shot it. That's what we did. So there you go. We're gonna see. I did shoot a video and wasn't comfortable with my performance and reshot the video and got much better results. So there's a learning curve on that gun. So I'm going to be working through that just because I'm unfamiliar with it. And it was shooting a little slower than I personally would like. So we're going to try a bunch of pellets to find the sweet spot. You know, probably clean the barrel and all that kind of fun stuff as well. But we'll see. I do like the potential, and I'm curious what we're going to be able to ultimately get out of it. And I would love to be able to turn it up to about 19.5 to 20 foot-pounds, but that's just me. For what it is, 25, 30 yards is going to be just fine. If there's no other questions, we're going to go ahead and call it. Any other questions? Bean Flip saying he's looking forward to the Braun video. I think you guys are going to like it. Look. I'm going to save it. Oh, I still want to say something. I'm going to save it for tomorrow. I'll save it for tomorrow because, yeah. One last thing. If anybody's in the El Paso area and wants to swing by and come hang out and shoot guns in the afternoon between the last thing and dinner, you're welcome to come out. Come on out. We'd love to have you. And if you're just here in the El Paso area anyway, I'm seriously considering the whole El Paso Airgun Shooting Club scenario we chatted about, like one test video or something. because I think that would be really cool. We have a great range. I mean, are way out in the sticks, but I think it could be a lot of fun. So hopefully we can get something like that off the ground. Bean saying, spill the beans. I can't, Bean. You have to wait. You don't have to wait. So yeah. I know it's hard. So hard. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and that's all across the board. AirgunWeb sponsors, GTA sponsors, Airgun Expo sponsors. The folks you see on the site are folks that have financially supported this event. Like we said yesterday, it seems like we've been doing so many test things, but to think that we're only on day 2 seems a little bit like this should be day 14. But all in, at the end of this, we'll have probably 300 hours cumulative. Sue's saying more than, so we might have more than 300 hours in pulling this event together and completing it, bringing it all the way to the end of it. And that's a lot of work. So a lot of work. It's a lot of work for 3 folks. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so super huge thank you to our sponsors, because it's not just these guys that helped us do this, but all of the sponsors that work with us contributed in some way for us to be able to do this event. And hopefully next year we'll be able to expand it with more sponsors and get some help out here, because yeah, it's been rough, just Sue and I, but we're having a good time. I don't begrudge a single bit of it.
Nope.
It's been a great learning experience. We're having a good time, and I'm getting to shoot a ton of really cool air guns. And I think Sue's enjoyed it too. She gets to hang out with me for like all day. It's awesome.
I have, but it's been a while since we've hung out all day.
You're talking quietly again.
I'm so...
He's just getting so soft. So soft.
I apologize.
Yes.
It's been a long time since we hung out all day. I don't want to sound like I'm yelling.
You're not. You have not come. Like you have not come close to yelling.
Okay, let me take these off. Then I won't sound like I'm yelling.
There you go.
Okay, so
that's way better already.
Back in the early years of our marriage, which is 2001, we got married. For the first 5 years, we hung out 24 hours a day, and then we had a child, and so it became less. And then we started homeschooling, and it became less. And then we moved here, and so it became less. So, yeah, I have enjoyed hanging out with you at the range.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the shooting. I've enjoyed learning about all the technology and stuff, and learning what's out there. And yeah, it's been cool. No, it hasn't. It's been hot.
It's been hot.
But it's been good. I've enjoyed it.
We're extraordinarily blessed, and I do not take that for granted, not for a moment. We're blessed and privileged to be able to enjoy a sport that, well, I'm not going to put words in Sue's mouth that she loves the sport. I love the sport, and she gets to, because she loves me. I guess she loves it. We'll say that.
I love parts of the sport. Like, I love the camaraderie it brings between groups of people.
Right.
I really like that. I like the community and the conversations, and I like seeing guys get excited about something other than woman.
We name our guns after women, so
yeah, you name everything after woman.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably accurate. Anyway, yeah, no, that's I realize
it's
that
been great.
Very few people are in a place that they get to do for work. They get to do what they love, and I'm double blessed because I have a technology company that I've worked with and own, and that is also really fun for me, and I have a passion for that stuff too. So
yes,
it just really has worked out excellent. And the fact that my wife is able to come and do this, and we work well together that way, it's really fun. And I've enjoyed this time very much, and hope to do not maybe this exact thing again, but you know
what
this type of work again together.
I have missed Angie and Cheryl's being around as well. A little more girl.
I've missed Angie. I've missed Joe. I've missed Travis.
Too.
I mean, I really, I think next year we absolutely have to have. Joe's got to be here. I mean, it's going to be hopefully with enough notice and enough time, and I don't know, enough incentive. I don't know what we can do to get. I'm going to tell him, look, I'll line up all the jackrabbits and tie them by their feet, and you can see how many you can take with one shot. I don't know. We'll figure something out to get Joe out here. Angie, we'll see what we can do to get Angie out here. That's today's her anniversary, so if she was here, she'd be missing that. So
happy anniversary, Angie.
yeah, I mean, but definitely we want to have more people out here next time around. And ultimately, I'd love to have it open where we had booths and sales, and people could bring their stuff out and have like an air gun, I don't know, gun show kind of a thing. But down the road, we'll hopefully get to stuff like that. But for now, we're going to wrap this up. I have been yakking for about an hour, and so we can call it a day. And we've still got a bunch of work to do before we can call it a day, an official day, and then we'll get ready for tomorrow and have another day.
Yes, sir.
Anything else there, Sue?
No, I'd just also like to thank all the viewers for their support.
Cool. All right. Well, guys, we're done. You guys have yourself a great rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Links for everything are in the video description. See you tomorrow. Bye.